Okay, so I know I'm the worst. We talked about doing Count Ranalk this week. Unfortunately, I've just got back from vacation. Right now, it's Saturday afternoon. My time for recording and brewing up a bunch of homebrew stuff for said recordings when requested is a little crunched this week, but that doesn't mean it's not time for another episode of Wednesday Afternoon Worship. Count Ranalk is coming next week, I promise you. He'll have an anti-paladin code, he'll have more obedience paths, because, we all deserve them, right? In any case, today, we're cracking open Inner Sea Gods. Let's look at the last, I think, I might have missed one. Knowing me, I missed one. Of the core deities today, it's Rovagug. If you're liking what you're seeing, like, subscribe, ding the bell. Stay caught up on all of my hand slapping in your Pathfinder 1st and 2nd edition content today. This episode of Wednesday Afternoon Worship was brought to you, in part, by Archon. Thanks for your help, man. Now, let's talk about something really scary, shall we? Why do I say scary, you might ask? Well, frankly, because Rovagug is probably the most terrifying evil deity in all of terrifying evil deityness. He reminds me a lot of the Titans in Greek mythology, parents of the gods who are imprisoned by the gods. Maybe a little bit of Atlas holding up the world there, except, just objectively horrible and evil. Since the dawn of time, and by that I mean when humanoids were first kinda stretching their legs on the Pathfinder universe, none other than Asmodeus and Sarenrae got together. Yeah, that's right. Lawful evil and neutral good needed to work together to imprison Rovagug, because Rovagug seeks only to destroy creation and the gods. His increasingly restless stirrings are taken by many to be the cause of volcanic activity and the cause of earthquakes. Why, you might ask? Because Rovagug is imprisoned in the center of Golarion. When you read stuff about the science fantasy aspects of Pathfinder, distant worlds and things, the planet is called the Cage for a reason, because this planet cages an actual god. Not an Imperial Lord, not a Demon Lord, no. A full-fledged god. Asmodeus present day holds the key to Rovagug's prison, which is believed to be at the bottom of the Pit of Gormuz in Kazmaron. However, his captivity is not perfect, and in ancient days, his spawn burst forth into an unsuspecting world. There are in fact a dozen of them, up to and including Olenot, the gigantic beetle under which the capital of Osirion is built, or, his herald, the Tarask. Yeah, fun facts. This guy is destruction incarnate. It is one thing to sell your soul to a demon lord for power. No, this dude just wants the destruction of all the things, which, again, is utterly terrifying. And yeah, of course, the rough beast himself is chaotic evil. His domains are chaos, destruction, evil, war, and weather, with the subdomains blood, cannibalism, catastrophe, corruption, demon chaos and evil, hatred, lightning, protean, rage, and storms. His favorite weapon is the Great Axe. Yeah, his favorite weapon is the classic barbarian weapon. Good. And his symbol, a fanged spider. To perform Rovagug's deific obedience, smash an assortment of items worth at least 10 gold, preferably something fragile, beautiful, or with significance to a good aligned deity, particularly Sarenrae. The more devout servants of Rovagug seek out and hoard particularly expensive, artistic, or rare items, think fine bottles of wine or delicate curios, literally just to break them during their obedience. After which you must roll in the shards of the destroyed items, howling and shouting praises and curses, invoking the rough beast, until the shards draw blood and your lungs ache. In return, you gain a +4 bonus on attack and damage rolls against objects, and everyone in the party looks at you kinda funny. Good job. You did it. Go do your sundering, I guess. Anyway, Evangelist boons. It's protection from good thrice a day. Aligned weapon, but only evil, twice a day, or magic circle against good once a day. At 16th level, by calling on the rage of the rough beast, you gain the ability to deal terrific damage with your spells. You can use this ability when casting a spell that deals hit point damage, and has a casting time of 1 standard action or less. You can choose to cast the spell as a full round action to gain a +4 bonus to its save DC. In addition, You treat all 1s rolled on your damage dice for the spell as 2s instead, and all you had to do was spend 10 gold and roll around in a broken thing. Seems actually pretty good. Sure, deal. Blaster casters, eat your heart out, and maybe your friends as well. Yennehu, 20th level. You feel the touch of an alien presence at the corner of your mind, as if something hungry and hateful had taken root and now holds a measure of dominion over your thoughts. Oh good. Told you not to eat that food. Told you there'd be parasites in it. That's what you get, man. Anyway, you gain an extra spell slot of the highest spell level you can cast. If you prep spells, you can prepare 1 spell in this spell slot every day from the Chaos or Destruction domain spell lists. You may choose any spell from the list, even if you're an arcane spellcaster, and you can change this spell selection every time you prep spells. If you are a spontaneous spellcaster, you can cast 1 spell from either of the domain spell lists as if it were on your known spell list. You can cast it only once per day, but you can choose a different spell each time you regain your spells for the day, so that's dumb. Just that's really good. There's no other way to say that. The art of the Blaster Caster is a difficult art in Legacy Pathfinder. Who knew? You just had to sell your soul to the most objectively evil thing forever to be moderately better at it. Neat. Anywho, Exalted Boons. It's Break thrice a day, Bull's Strength twice a day, or Shatter once a day. At 16th level, you can bestow the Destruction Domain's Destructive Smite, granted power upon an ally. As a standard action, you can spend 1 use of your Destructive Smite to grant its power to an ally within 30 feet, channeling into him the erotic force of Rovagug's Rage. Your ally must make the Destructive Smite within 1 round, or its use is wasted. Your ally uses your level to calculate the power of the smite. If you don't have access to the domain, you instead gain access to the Destructive Smite granted power, but only for you as normal. Or, here you are, rolling in with your adoring fan equivalent level 1 NPC. Here, use my high level Destructive Smite. Oh, we made a mess. I love it. Anywho, at 20th level, once per day, as a standard action, you can tear a violent breach between your location and the outer rifts, the deepest, foulest places of the abyss, and summon forth a pair of Nyagoth Clippeth. You gain telepathy with them, and they follow your commands. They don't follow LG things, or L things, or G things, and if you're L and G, they might kill you. I'm leaning towards Evangelist still, not gonna lie. Anywho, Sentinel Boons. It's Doom thrice a day, Death Knell twice a day, or Inflict Serious Wounds once a day. At 16th level, your fingernails grow into thick, jagged talons, unevenly matched and vaguely resembling the spurs of a giant insect or the fangs of some unspeakable beast. Suddenly you have teeth on your hands. Neato. You gain a pair of claw attacks that each deal a d8 of slashing damage if you're medium, or a d6 if you're small, which is respectable, considering most medium races with claw attacks are generally throwing like d4s, maybe d6s at the table. Not bad, sure. Thanks, Rovagug. Once per day at 20th level, you can channel a glimpse of Rovagug's hatred through your weapon, recreating the effects of Disintegrate, as if you were a wizard of your hit dice, a maximum of 20th. You must declare your use before you roll. On a hit, if your attack misses, the Disintegrate effect is wasted. Yeah, no, that's 2 out of 3 ain't bad. Even the 3 is not super bad. Slap someone and then a powerful spell slaps them as well? Gross. Anywho, Rovagug is chaotic evil, so of course, my dude is passing out anti-paladin codes if you feel like just destroying for the sake of destroying, but also you need your charisma to your saves. Yeah, of course you do. Follow this 6-part paladin code. All things must be destroyed, but the tools of destruction will be destroyed last. The beautiful die first. Their loss wreaks havoc in the hearts of those who love. All is vanity before the tide of destruction. The world is a lie. The only truth is oblivion, born of storm and horror. Torture is needless delay. I give the gift of a quick death, and I will die standing. And if you do die standing and get rezzed, maybe that's worth a divine gift. As of planar adventures, All Rovagug is granting the ability to bring destruction by casting one of the following spells as a spell-like ability. At caster level 20th, that's either Implosion, Meteor Swarm, Storm of Vengeance, or Tsunami. So, yeah, Rovagug takes a lot of finesse, I will say. to play in a lot of parties, because this is literally just blood for the blood god, skulls for the skull throne, turned up to 11, bash your head against the table, bash their heads against the table, break their stuff, apparently also break your stuff, break all the stuff, kill all the things. If it's pretty, kill it first, or, you know, in other words, it's kind of rude at most tables with most parties. Rovagug is a clear and present example, if you would choose to worship him, of why a session 0 is important. Just a simple, hey guys, I was thinking about playing a cleric of this deity. How do we feel about that? And of course, if a player is uncomfortable with your wanton destruction of the loot, which we now can't sell, because Grognar the Orc has eaten it yet again, and now he's coughed it up, and he's probably gonna have a... Ugh. Somebody get that man a restoration, is what I'm driving at. But this is a one-way ticket to not having the most fun at a table while basically murder hoboing. That said, if everyone's on board, if the GM is on board with somehow maybe like Rovagug rewards you with gold with plot armor that can't be broken, so you can still buy loot and still smash all the things in the dungeon, so much the better. Sure, I'm here for it. If I were to GM for someone who worshipped Rovagug, that's a one-way ticket to the Clippeth, for one. Chaotic evil outsiders older than the demons who resent human souls because, you know, as populous as they are, now the Abyss is full of not them. Or, you know, you have that, like, set apart the destruction of the world thing. Do you guys play Starfinder? I think it's a pretty fair assessment to assume the reason Golarion is gone is something Rovagug rolled over in his sleep. Something temporal stasis. Do you want to be the one who leads up to that temporal stasis? Do you want to smash the control machine? Yeah, you do. And by worshipping Rovagug, my friend, oh, you can do that. Again, just tread lightly and watch out for people with overly shiny plate mail, as they can and will smite you, smite them back, and then beat them with their own shields while howling in rage. But that is all I have to say about that. What do you guys think? Have we worshipped Rovagug in a game and it worked and not everything got broken? I have to imagine that's what would happen. Have we GM'd for that guy and how did we stymie him short of plot armor? Everywhere, throw it in the comments. We will keep that conversation rolling as always. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I promise next week we'll get back to the Eldest. I feel like the Eldest really have just been pushed around a lot in our videos. My hand to Rovagug, lest it be bitten off and then I get like teeth, claws. It's weird. Anyway, Count Renalk is next Wednesday. See you then.